I got a job offered because of my TikTok videos.
Wow. As a creator? Content creator?
As a content creator. My first 3 months of Instagram, I hit my 10,000 followers. I remember my parents, they had no clue about it. It's not their fault, obviously. For them to understand like what is content creation is a big task. And for them to believe that this is going to get you money, that's another big thing.
Yeah. Guys, आज का एपिसोड इंग्लिश में होने वाला है. मेरे साथ एक क्रिएटर है यूएई के जो बहुत पुराने हैं और जिन्होंने एक्चुअली फूड ब्लॉगिंग एंड रिकमेंडेशन स्टार्ट किया था. तो मैं उनके साथ बात करने में बहुत ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टेड थी, स्पेशली टॉकिंग अबाउट मेंटल हेल्थ. सो यू कैन कंटिन्यू वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो एंड डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब टू माई यूट्यूब चैनल. Follow me on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Hi guys, welcome back to the Fat Kid Show. You know, whenever you want to find a new restaurant or visit a new country, all you do is go to the Instagram and try to find the relevant creator. And one such creator who I've been following for a very long time, and this guy, his recommendations are always on point. And today I'm so excited to talk to him about his food journey in UAE as a blogger and also of him visiting a lot of countries and starting with travel blog, tech influencer and also a sneakerhead. So please welcome Rafeez, Table for One.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Reshma.
How are you doing, Rafeez?
I am good. How are you?
Good. I spoiled your Saturday today.
No, really.
Yeah. So Rafeez, you recently got married. Firstly, I really wanted to congratulate you. And you know the number of times I've read this comment on your post, the table for one should be
table for two.
And you know, in my head, I'm like, this is a good one. Like,
so there's actually a story. I was about to change the name Table for Two. That was supposed to be a surprise for my wife. So I was going to do it on the wedding day. Like after we get married, when I uploaded the photo, I thought, should I change the username and upload it? But then I thought about it technically, and like a lot of things, it's like a brand now, Table for One.
Yes.
So changing it to two would be, no, I have to change the whole, like if it's going to be Table for Two, I thought I need to change the way of content also.
Yes. A lot of things change.
A lot of things change, obviously, with the name.
Correct.
So I was like, let's not do it. But I introduced her as Table for Two.
Yeah, but you can also start another page for Table for Two with your couple content. No.
So I've already registered the username. Even before we got married, we thought if at all we start couple content. So we have registered it like Table for Two. It's with us. We have not started anything, but I have the username with me.
You are sorted, well prepared. How do you stay ahead? Like before we start, tell me about all your pages and how did they start and how did you get into everything?
Okay, so I have 4 pages. Rafeez Ahmed, which is my, again, all 4 of them are public.
Correct.
So Rafeez Ahmed is my first page where I used to showcase my photography work because I come from a freelance photographer background. And
like, did you study photography?
No, I didn't study photography. Nothing related to photography. Like, it's self-learning.
Your videos and your pictures are crisp, bro.
Thank you so much. I was very passionate about it, because
On YouTube?
Completely YouTube.
Wow.
Like I think
cool. They should actually start giving a degree.
I know, right? I think I watched around more than 1,000 videos when I wanted to start up. So got a camera.
Like a certain topic, you watch like more than like 100 videos, you get the degree of
swear.
YouTube. the school of YouTube.
True.
Yeah.
Then Table for One, obviously that's my main page. Then Table for Tech. So Table for Tech is another very important page because I'm very, very passionate about tech. So more than food, it might sound really funny because my niche is known as a food blogger, but I am way more interested in tech. I happen to be a food blogger, never planned to be one. So like I never had any intentions to become a food blogger. So tech is always my thing, I'm very into tech. So since I started doing a lot of work with tech brands, I thought, okay, why not start a page.
Makes sense.
So I can finally do what I actually want.
Yeah.
So that's Table for Tech, and the other one is Table for Kicks. That is completely a fun page. I'm a sneakerhead. I love to collect sneakers.
God, it's a dream to have a sneaker collection. Like, before coming, I was like, so in my friend circle, usually I'm the one who has the coolest sneaker.
Okay.
But then before coming, I'm like, which sneaker do I wear? So I went for the classic Air Force One, which can never go out of style. I'm like, okay, in front of Rafeez, this is the best one. I'm gonna wear it.
I think that's very true. Like I have around 64 pairs as of now.
Mashallah.
And but I wear the most common, like very simple Air Force Ones.
Correct.
Because that is so comfortable.
Very comfortable.
So, but yeah, I have like a whole sneaker closet right
Which
now.
are like your top 4 recommendation for sneakers if you had to give, which is also affordable, not like to the other extreme of budget?
Affordable, like which goes with everything. I think you need to have an Air Force One.
Correct.
Air Force One is like a very good shoe.
Yes.
Then again, Dunks, same
Yes,
Nike Dunks.
yes.
And New Balance 9060, the specific
9060,
one, the
yeah.
most comfortable
Most
shoe
comfortable, you're
ever.
right, I have
Like you
it.
can wear it for gym, lifestyle,
Yes.
everything. It goes well. And,
And I like that they have a lot of 90s vibe. to their
exactly. So
sneakers.
that's how
Yeah.
New Balance revamped. So they
Yes.
showcased their earnings in the past year. New Balance overtook a lot of other brands this
Yes.
year, and that was a massive thing because of the whole rebranding and everything.
It
And
worked for them.
It definitely did.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What
did.
is your thought about the Puma Coca-Cola collection? Because that went really viral and a lot of people were buying
True.
it.
So I ended up I wanted to get one, but then for some reason when I wore it, I didn't feel really comfortable with it. So I actually never owned a Puma shoe ever, like never.
Really?
I tried wearing, but I just didn't.
What is the
really-
most Nike?
My Nike is my most. I think I have Nike. Then next is New Balance. So the New Balances, I have just 2 models of that, but with the same model, I have 6 colors. 9060.
It's a dream, Rafeez. It's a dream.
So I have 7 New Balance shoes,
Yeah.
but 6 of them are same, just different colors.
Wow.
The 9061.
Yeah.
So
It is comfortable.
It's
definitely.
very
It's
comfortable.
very comfortable. I
So,
just have
yeah.
one and I always wear it.
So that's just a whole fun thing for me. I don't look into very seriously, but I did plan out some content. I didn't want to do anything cliche. If you see my page, there's some fun stuff around
Yes,
it,
yes,
you know.
yes.
So I went to this sneaker store. I'm talking about the prices in a very sarcastic way. That page is out and out just for
You know, I
myself.
have not also seen a lot of people doing this.
True.
You know, educating people of where to buy sneakers and in UAE specifically. So coming across your page definitely gives a lot of knowledge.
That was my thought because there are a lot of sneaker pages over here, but it's purely for sale purpose. You know, they would
And
sell it
also,
off.
you know what happens when the page grows, you become less relatable. Like
True.
with your table for one page, what I really like about is every time you upload a video, it is not something at a very fancy restaurant that a normal person cannot afford. Like I remember seeing your last video about trying the Galaxy milk with your wife. Okay, that I think did really well on your
True.
page. as
That's a
well.
new series which I
New
started.
series, yes, and I absolutely.
It's been
love
just a
it.
week, by the
yes,
way.
Yes, I think this was your second episode.
Yeah, Galaxy was
Yes.
second, yeah.
So I like that you are relatable. I don't. I lose relatability with a creator once they start posting just which is outside budget and which people cannot relate to. Honestly, not everyone can afford a sneaker which is for 5,000 dirham or limited edition.
That is one of my favorite compliment because the first thing which I have in my mind when I come up with any video is it should be relatable with the audience.
True.
So when you told me this, okay, now I know that what I'm doing is right.
Yeah, you know, even with Supercar, Blondie, or More Vlogs, they started with less, the smaller, very relatable content in terms of car. But now I just unfollowed them because I just cannot.
You're not
relate
interested,
to
you
them.
know
I'm
that
not
is
interested.
true.
Like I want to know what I can buy as a normal person or what I can think about or you know. So yeah, I really like even with your food recommendations. I'm like, yeah, Rafeez has given it. I can go and try it. So
Because I feel that's very important. Where
Yeah.
I always see myself as an individual who's not table for one. Like I have 2 different personalities. So I'm like, if I'm going to upload this video, what will Rafeez Ahmed react as a normal person who's not an influencer who's going to watch this video? How is he going to react to it? Will he be able to relate to it?
True.
So because like I told you, I never intended to become a blogger at all. It was not in my plan. Not
how did
even
it happen then?
It just happened because I moved from Russell. So I used to be in Russell Kema. I did my uni there. I did my internship there for a year.
What did you study in uni?
Marketing with
Okay.
accounts. I did CIMA,
Okay.
which I never finished it because I was not in. I'm a pretty good student, like I am well, but I was not interested. I was in the marketing
Fair
field. I liked marketing, so I was doing marketing for a company for a year. But then I wanted to move to Dubai, explore more. So when I moved to Dubai, I was looking for jobs, and that period of time, I am not a person who can simply sit idle. Like I want to do something, just to get my hands on something. So I wanted to try out different marketing platforms. I just wanted to expand my knowledge.
Correct.
So TikTok was one app which I never had on my phone. I felt back then TikTok was too cringe, by
It
saying
is still cringe. Come
It's
on,
still
let's
cringe,
say.
yeah.
It's still cringe.
So I
you cannot scroll through TikTok as much as you can scroll through.
I
Reels. It's a very
swear.
cringe.
So for that, I never downloaded TikTok. I was like, let's find out because I heard like no TikTok is booming in UAE and everything. So yeah, it was during the COVID, like after COVID phase slowly. 2021 Jan, I download TikTok. I see the people who are uploading
you
videos.
know why TikTok grew? initial days it was also called as dub mash in back in India. Okay.
Dub Smash, yeah.
Dub Smash, okay, it was called as Dub Smash, and back then in my creative journey, they actually reached out to me saying that please upload 4 videos and we'll give you 15,000 rupees.
Oh, wow.
And then I'm like, I'm not doing this. This is
It
too
used to
much
be
for
all
me.
these movie scenes and songs. That's
and
it
I'm
purely.
not, I'm not that person who can act or dance or do whatever. So I'm like, this is not me. Sorry. If little did I know that if
It's gonna
TikTok
be
would
like-
have been huge, life would have been different. Yeah.
So I wanted to upload some sort of a content there. I was like, I came across a lot of food videos. I love eating food. Like I go to restaurants and everything, but nothing like blogging about it, writing
Yeah.
reviews about it. So I didn't go ahead with food first. Again, I continued with my photo shoots. Like if you go back to my TikTok videos, at least the first 20, 30 videos will all be my photo shoot behind the photo shoot behind the scenes. But then I was like, I need to do something else. Then I uploaded this first food video. Like the funny thing is, in that video, 80% of the footage is not even mine. Like it was my friend's treat.
Yeah.
So I took the videos from his phone and like just randomly, just on a random way
Let's
uploaded. I wake up the next day. I think it got 12K views. That was big.
Wow.
I'm like
Yeah.
12,000
For sure.
views in a day. I'm struggling on Instagram for like 2-3 years. I've not gotten anything. So that kind of gave me that interest to explore more on TikTok.
Correct.
So I just can keep continuing uploading the food videos. Did well. And I always say this, my timing was quite well when I started TikTok. So within the first month, I was not very consistent. I used to upload here and there. On the second month, I got added to this group by the TikTok officials itself. So they add all these creators, they form a community to help us out to create more content. So that was
They
again.
guide you on what?
Yeah, they guide us because they know if you're pretty much active, they just want to support us, So that was
Is it still active? By
I don't think so.
I don't
It's very rare. Like when they launch a new campaign or something, it's like it's a WhatsApp group.
Correct.
They keep sharing us. This is a trending thing. This is a hashtag you must use just to help out the creators. So again, that was a big thing for me. Like second month, I got added by TikTok officially. So then the third month, there was a competition, which happened the whole everywhere, like in US, everywhere. So it's basically where to eat, hashtag where to eat. That was first major
This
food.
is in which you were talking about. 21?
The same year. That was like third month. I started TikTok in the first month. Second,
In 21.
2021, Jan, Feb, March. This happened in March. So they came up with this major competition, hashtag where to eat. They gave us 1 month time.
Correct.
Any creator, all they have to do is upload as many videos as possible, food related videos. End of the month, they're gonna pick top 5. In that, the first one would get verified.
Wow.
That's like a huge thing.
Of
Like
course
getting
it is.
verified is a big thing. And like remaining everybody will be featured on TikTok's page for a month. Whoever opens TikTok, it'll be returned. A followed button will be there. So that was another very motivating thing. I'm like, okay, now this is kind of interesting. But again, I didn't have the enough income or source to go every day and put out videos because I saw people like putting out 4-5 videos per week. But I did my best. I remember I uploaded only 14 videos in that month. Everything did well. Like again, it was all relatable. I still remember those videos.
Yeah.
It would be me trying out cheap burgers, affordable
Or
restaurants.
cafeteria, things
So I
like
knew
that.
like I wanted to because they were gonna judge on the basis of all the views and likes you get. I did my best. I remember telling my best friend, they're gonna announce the result tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna come in top 5. If I'm happy if I come in top 10 at least. I wake up, I'm the 4th one. So
Wow.
that was the big break for me because for the next entire 1 month, my account with the follow to action button was there on TikTok's app. Like and whoever opened TikTok, the straight off they will be opening a page foodies to
Huge.
follow. So that was
Getting
huge
a
for
push
me.
from TikTok
Yeah,
with
that was
themselves is
huge push
huge.
for me.
Yeah.
So that is when I decided, okay, let me actually seriously get into this. There is some sort of potential because meantime I was still working. I was losing my job. I was doing part time. So when this happened, I was like, you know what, let's do this. And now the 4th month, I got a job offered because of my TikTok videos.
Wow.
There
As
was
a creator? Content creator?
Like, as a content creator. So that's why I'm saying, no, my timing was very
Perfect.
I feel. So on the 4th
You started
month,
also in the right year.
exactly. That's when everyone was
Anyway.
into, that's when
Ah.
TikTok boomed. So I got contacted by this agency. They're like, we love your TikTok videos. Would you do the same for us? We have like a bunch of clients. We want to work with you. I'm like, okay, that was very interesting. At that point of time, like in my career, it was very interesting. I'm like, it was good money for me around that time. I'm like, I'm getting this much paid just for my TikTok videos. Like, why did I even do
It
my
was better
degree?
than getting nothing.
Exactly. So I went for it, but it was mad, like chaotic. So that's when I realized,
You edit also here for them.
So
Shoot, edit, everything.
I was managing 12 clients for a month, and each client I had to film 28 videos. I had to film myself. I have to
my
edit
God,
myself. I have to
okay.
come up with the ideas
But
myself.
then this helped you develop the skill of editing. and
Exactly,
everything,
like
because you were definitely not.
I would never regret. No, I don't regret anything in my life. It's all an experience.
Yes, yes.
It was all an experience for making me to grow. So I worked there for like 2 months. I couldn't. I remember I broke down. There was this one shoot. I remember the last day.
How old were you back then in 21?
I'm a 2000 kid, by the way. I'm a kid. So I was
Rafeez, you're
21.
literally a kid.
I was 21 in 2021. That's simple.
Oh God.
Yeah, nobody knows this, until I tell them like I'm just 24, 23. They're like,
Sure. You sound very mature.
That's
in
what
a
they
good way. In a good way.
Thank you so much. No one believes it,
I don't believe it either.
No, I don't say it. This is always a conversation starter when people talk about the age. The moment I tell my age, they're like, wait, you're kidding me? No way.
Rafeez, you're a kiddo.
By the way, I don't have my beard. I would look like 10 years more if I had my beard. I literally took off my beard after so long. That's why I look
remember
young.
seeing your old video. Yeah, longer beard.
So yeah, I left that job like after 2 months. I broke down. I'm like, I can't do this. I gave up. Then again, I did the same job with somebody else, someone better. So same sort of thing what I was doing.
Correct.
So the company was better. It helped me grew like whatever I wanted.
More organized. Huh?
So I was working with another friend of mine who's also a food blogger, Just Food. He is very known. He's always I look up to him in this food thing. I always look up to him. So I worked with him for at least in a year. We both did a lot of shoots together. That was my growing, all the experience. Then I think 2022, I decided I'm going to take this full time, like no more freelance.
So in 21, did your TikTok grow as much? Because right now I feel your Instagram is much more higher than
Yeah, so
TikTok,
there was
right?
no Instagram into the picture until 2021 when I went to India. Because I was here with TikTok, I didn't want to get into Instagram world at all because I know how difficult it was to get followers.
Yes, you had tried.
But it hit me when I went to India because TikTok is banned in India. That's when it hit me. If I'm going to take this up seriously, I need a platform which is accessible in most of the places.
Correct.
Came back from my vacation. I was still thinking, should I start? Should I not? I used to tell who's my wife now. She was my girlfriend back then. So I used to tell her, I want to do this. Even she used to come up, come up with these names and everything. But it happened very randomly. I was at this cafe with my friend. It took some time for the food to come. I was just so irritated. I'm like, I wanted to do something. I'm like, you know what? Let's start the page. It happened. I was literally sitting over there and I took my friend out. I'm like, you know what? Film a video. I'm going to tell my audience that I'm going to start a page called Table for One. So the name was decided by my wife. So she's the one who came up with it. So everything was decided. Just that I didn't start on Instagram. So I was like,
you were too hesitant because there was no scope of growth.
Exactly.
What you felt.
Because what I saw on TikTok, I knew it's very hard to get down on Instagram. TikTok was pretty good for me. Like it was easier for me to grow.
But I think with the development of all the features on Instagram, it has become much more better than what TikTok
Definitely.
is now.
Over the years.
Especially that share option that I can easily share memes and everything to everyone.
So that is when Reels were launched in 2021. Around June time is when Reels were there in India, but in UAE it was launched. So again, my timing was good. I created the page literally a week after Reels were launched. Since I come from a marketing background, I know if a new feature is going to be pushed like anything. So I uploaded only Reels. Like basically whatever I used to do on TikTok, all the videos I put on TikTok, I take it and put it on my Reels. So within a month, I had like around 3,000 followers. Like all the videos picked up because Reels were like booming.
Everything was being pushed back then. Huh?
So on my first 3 months of Instagram, I hit my 10,000 followers. That was massive. It was massive because there were a lot of creators who came and told me, dude, we've been in this thing for like 2 years. And it was kind of like I had a lot of attention back then. I remember like a lot of bloggers were in the industry. They texted me. They obviously they
you
thought
like the trendsetter for food blogging.
Exactly. Like people knew okay, there's somebody called Table for One. Like because within 3 months that amount of followers.
A lot of people don't know your real name till now. Like Table for One is like imprinted in their brain.
Exactly. Just recently I changed my username on my page. Like it's written Rafeez Ahmed because a lot of people had this. Like what is your name? So that's how it happened. Instagram, but when I started growing on Instagram, TikTok started slowing down because I saw the potential on Instagram. It was huge.
People started shifting because of Reels.
Exactly. And even for me to monetize my content, and it was way easier for me to do it on Instagram rather than TikTok. So that's how my TikTok grew. My Instagram grew. TikTok is still there. That's my root. TikTok is like my baby. I can never leave that back.
As long as it doesn't get banned.
Exactly, it is because I think it's gonna get banned in US.
Have you ever felt that fear as a creator that what if some platform gets banned and you're so grown? Like I remember TikTok when it got banned in India.
Oh Lord, I remember that feel like.
People were crying. And like,
I mean, that's exactly what's happening in US right now. Because they've given like a year time, I guess.
Yeah.
If they don't sell off the app, it's gonna
because
be.
not necessary that people who follow you are like fan of you. They just follow you,
Exactly.
for example.
True.
So for them to divert their audience from TikTok to Instagram or vice versa, it's difficult. Have you ever thought about plan B of what's gonna happen?
Definitely, I think about it always because imagine like I wake up tomorrow and they announce Instagram is no more.
Bye.
I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, I've built my whole thing over there.
Yeah.
So that is always there in back of my hand. Like, what am I gonna do?
And people have started to take content creation as a full-time job now. I
True.
remember back then it was like, what do you do, Reshma? Because there was a phase in my life for a year that I was a proper content creator. And if somebody would ask, and I studied and then I didn't work because of the content creation. People would ask my parents and they couldn't answer. They were ashamed to say that, okay, she's creating content.
I can relate with you, you know.
Oh my God. And this is like way before 2021 as well. So that time in India, I had the most potential to grow. And people didn't think that, okay, she's going to be a creator. This is money. I'm like, I do get brand collaborations and money. But now I feel that it's so good that there are also families who are doing it.
Definitely, a lot of them.
A lot of family vlogs.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
So, like, I can relate to it so much because I remember my parents, they had no clue about it. Yeah. It's not their fault, obviously. For them to understand, like, what is content creation is a big task. And for them to believe that this is going to get you money, that's another big thing. Yeah. I remember telling my mom.
For them, they have either business or they have job 9 to 5 and you're getting certain amount of money. Here you don't know what you're going to get.
Exactly. So I remember when I was in Dubai looking for a job, I was doing freelancing, content creation and everything. My mom was like, what are you going to do with your life? I'm like, yeah, I'm into content. No, what are you actually going to do? So that's when I realized it's until I do it, it's very hard for them because I cannot tell them, this is how it will work.
How do they look at it now?
Oh, they're very happy. They're very proud. They're very supportive. They're involved in it because they moved in. They used to be in Saudi. Now they all moved here like a year ago. So they can see everything what is happening. All these packages when it comes to my home, all these PR packages. They are also excited. My mom always gets excited if something related to cooking or anything. So I can see that she's so happy and because I made it to a point where they can finally believe like what I was doing and what I was seeing.
Yes, sticking by it is very important.
Exactly.
People usually give up after a year.
Definitely. So I'm so glad I did. I always look back and I ask myself like, how did this happen? Like,
what kept you going? What was that point of motivation? Either it's your girlfriend, either it's the following number. What was it?
It was in general, I'm sort of a person. I believe in my thing. Like no matter what. Like obviously I respect what my parents say and everything. But deep inside, I'm always confident about like, okay, if I feel this is right, I'll do it. Like when I was in that marketing firm for like 2 months.
Did you want to guide you back then?
Nobody. I think because
like even with your first brand collaboration, did you know how much do I charge?
Nothing. Nothing. Because I come from a place where I had no idea what is content creation.
Correct.
I had no friends who were in that field and I never dreamt of it. Nothing. No, not even like you have all these.
By chance.
Nothing. Like it didn't even cross my mind.
Correct.
So I had no idea about it. It was my best friend. So my best friend's name is Shahrukh. So he's like the core. I always say this, if after me there's one person who has a right over table for one is him. We grew, like he's the one who helped me. He's a videographer. So he taught me a few things, how to film. And he was there with me always, So that's how I remember the first review, me and him. I was struggling, like I had to film. They wanted me in the video. So I don't show myself in the videos. It's only the food and music in the background, no voiceover, nothing. So this is brand, they were like, we want you to be in the video. I was sweating like 10, 20 takes and I didn't know how to reach the audience right. I don't know what music. It was all a learning process. It's all a learning process. I think now I came across a lot of courses, content creation courses. And that's crazy. If all this was there back then, a lot of people would have, learned.
But don't you think these courses just keep on repeating the same thing?
Definitely, yeah. Like, I think each of them showcase their own style, you know. And I don't think so. It's really good to follow that entirely.
Correct.
Because each creator's journey and style and everything is different. Exactly.
You should have your own identity. Otherwise, you will follow the book for a while, but later you cannot.
Exactly. That's very important, you know. Like right now, I know people I don't have to show my username. If I show a video, they know that's going to be Table for One's video because I've created that sort of an identity.
Yes.
They don't have to look at the username to find out it's my video. The video speaks for itself. You know, that's the identity, and it's very important, especially in a place like Dubai right now when there's every other, like there's another influencer every day. Like you wake up, there's another like 10 other influencers. So you need to stand out.
What
You need to have an
are the 3
identity.
tips if you had to give for somebody who has just started to create content? How to maintain their identity? Like in general, what do you think that 3 things are important?
First thing is have patience, because I've come across a lot of creators.
Yeah.
Like we want to get these many followers. I'm not getting
I'm
paid.
one of them.
So patience is very, very important. That's what I've learned. Second thing is find your niche. Like if you know this is something which is gonna make the audience watch your content,
Correct.
work on that. You can do a lot of other things, but fix one thing first, you know. If this clicks, that's what I did. Like Table for One worked for me. I created Table for Tech. I didn't do that in the initial stages itself. I didn't want to confuse my audience.
Correct.
I know, like I built a community now. I know if I'm going to start something else, I will get support for that also.
Yes.
So eventually you can do that. Third one, I think you need to be consistent. That is very, very important.
Do you recommend people posting like every day one video?
If not every day, you know, that gets as a pressure to at one point. You know, every day you have to post content. What am I going to post, even if there's nothing? If not every day, at least three posts in a week should be good. Like leave a gap, like post one, take a break. But eventually, it's good if you post every day. So I haven't told this to anyone. Only if people who have been watching my videos, they know. I've been posting every single day because I haven't told this to the public. I don't want them to have a look at it. Since November 22nd till date, there is a video being posted on my page every day.
How does your day look like? How do you manage everything?
So I have somebody who helps me because I couldn't do it.
Not possible.
It
Because if you have to go for brand visits or some shoots, you cannot do the edits.
So I used to do it by myself. You know, I used to wait for my friends. Whenever I get an invite or whatever, more than my schedule, I need to check my friend's schedule. When are they free? You know, I plan it accordingly. And I was like, you know what? I need to get somebody. If I want to grow in this field, I have to get somebody. I got someone who works with me. She's been working with me since November. So whenever we get now I can plan everything according to my convenience because I know there is somebody who's going to come with me, help. So in a week, I don't do reviews like every day. I sort it out, you know. We like, let's say we do 2 client reviews today. The next day would be from our concept, you know. I come up with my own ideas. We film that. The third day would be an edit day. So it would be like that branded, maximum 3 if it's involving food because I don't take more than that. So 2 to 3 maximum per day is what.
Do you have like a proper social strategy that you stick to, or it's like whatever comes up in the way is what you do?
No, I have a proper strategy. Like I'm still in the learning process.
Yes,
you know, I'm still in the learning process. Like I know what works for my profile, what way. Like so, I've formed a thing for me. Like this is what goes on this day. On this day, this type of content goes.
Correct.
So me and my the person who works with me, we sit together, we work on that. Like I have an Excel sheet, like a detailed Excel sheet. Like
Makes
this
sense.
day, this video should go. If it's a client video, if it's a prime. So I categorize my video into three. Again, it's the first time I'm saying this. Client videos, prime videos, filler videos.
Okay.
Yeah. So client videos, obviously, you know, when a brand is involved, I'm committed to that. Prime videos are. I know the certain videos which I come up with the concept, you know, which I know it's going to work well.
Like this review one that you
I come up with this the whole thing with that is a prime video because I know it has a good potential.
Yes.
It will do well. Filler videos are, you know, like when you're running out of content.
Yeah,
I need just the random stuff, you know, like small ones.
Yeah.
So I
it's
categorize
very
into
important
3.
to stay organized even with the content.
I recently happened to do that. Like I think 2 months ago, I was like I have to be organized. So it's going good because that's how I'm managing to post every day, and not just on Instagram. I'm active on Snapchat, YouTube, TikTok, all
and
the
managing all 4 pages is also a task.
Exactly.
Yeah. How did tech come up?
Tech has always been a huge part of me because my dad is into tech. So I've grown up watching him, you know, getting all these tech. I was always fascinated about it, you know.
Appliances.
I always get my hands on it, you know. My dad is into cameras. mobile phones, all this stuff. No, so I get to have the taste of it in an early stage because my dad gets everything quickly whenever something launches. So since then, I've been always into tech.
Yes.
You know.
This really influences. If your family is into something, you grow up with it.
Exactly.
Like, my dad, I didn't realize it until I started working in a tech company, okay? He would get his latest Samsung phones or he would get the latest vacuum, be it even home appliances. And then suddenly I realized, I've been surrounded by tech, new tech, and I like it. So that's why for me, working in a tech industry is a plus point. So I'm always surrounded by it, especially smartphones, but this really influences
definitely,
your
definitely.
likings.
Even my travel, it's because of my dad. So when my dad hit his 40s, he decided like every year we're going to go to a place.
International travel.
International trip. So we started off with India. We covered like a lot of the places in India. Then we went to Malaysia, a lot of places. So that's how my travel thing also came up. My dad loves to travel.
It influences really.
Exactly.
Like how you influence your food thing to your parents. Yeah.
Definitely. You've been watching all your life someone do this.
Yes.
Obviously, it's going to influence.
And you don't realize it until you
Exactly.
think about it.
True,
It was there subconsciously that I like this, but never
Definitely.
that I
True,
really
true,
like
true.
this. Yeah. So how do you keep your creativity going? Because I know there's a point like weekly once you'll be struggling. Arey, what do I post? I don't know. How do you cope up with that? I know we have ChatGPT which can give you thousands of ideas, but apart from that, no.
That has been a huge thing for me since I started to post every day because I wasn't like that. I used to be active on my page, like weekly, twice, thrice. But when this thing happened where I'm posting every day,
But did you see any changes in the profile once you started posting every day?
definitely in terms of engagement,
Engagement
my
and
engagement is in green. Like the metrics is in green, and I grew like the community building has grown better because I'm active. Like every day you're gonna see a different video of me when you open the page.
Correct.
So I'm on your face. Like you open your Instagram, I'm gonna
As a
be in
user
front
also,
of
if
you.
I know somebody's posting every day, Rafeez, I go to their profile to see what they posted.
Exactly. So
Even if sometimes Instagram algorithm, we all know how it works.
True,
Sometimes I don't get it on my feed. But now that you said Rafeez is posting every day for the table of one, I will go and actually look at the profile.
true. Like I built a good community. The amount
Yeah.
of texts I get, messages I get since I've started posting I'm happy about it. I'm not doing it for because it didn't give me a huge reach in terms of followers numbers. It maybe 20, 30K followers. Community building was good, and I got used to it now. That's kind of a bad thing also. Now let's say I want to like take a rest, like take a break. I'm not able to. I'm like, okay, now I need to post a video tomorrow. Like it just happened subconsciously because I never wanted to be in that phase at all. Because I always say, I happen to be a blogger. I never planned, zero planning. I always say this. This is funny thing I say. I'm an accidental blogger. That's a very true.
People say accidental actor, so yeah.
I'm an accident, like out and out, I'm an accidental blogger. So I never wanted to get into that, post every day, do this, do that. And when eventually that happened, I realized, okay, I'm into this full time.
Correct.
It is gonna happen. But since I have somebody to help me out, it's easier for me. But again, it takes a big toll, when you don't know what you're gonna post next. But then I decided, just let's not stress about it because there was a phase where I used to stress a lot. Like I don't have content for next week. What am I gonna post?
Yeah.
And I hated that. Like I never wanted to fall into that,
Have you been through that phase that at night when you're sleeping and suddenly you cannot sleep because you want to think about what content you want to
Definitely.
post? You just go through Instagram just like as a study or Pinterest and everything. Takes your sleep, literally.
It takes my sleep and it also makes me feel a little more demotivated. Let's say I open my Instagram.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, these people are doing these many videos. Like I'm not able to do anything. I never wanted to get into that thing, but eventually anyone in this field who's doing this full time will definitely get into that. But then it took me some time, I was telling myself, like, I always see two personalities.
Correct.
Table for one, Rafeez Ahmed. I used to like, dude, this is not you. Like, don't do this. Just be yourself, Like, I was known for being myself, posting a relatable content.
Yes.
This is how I am, and in my videos also, this is how I am.
And you're also a very calm person in general. Like, this is like the second time we've met. You're very chill, relaxed. Yeah.
So that's exactly how I overcome that. I was like, let's stay calm. Let's just be quiet. See what works for you. Don't have to put just for the sake. Even though I got used to the fact that I'm posting every day, I don't want to plan it so much. Go with the flow. That's how the whole thing with my wife came up. It was not at all planned. It just came out of nowhere. My wife wanted to do something like that. I'm like, what? Let's do it now.
But it's a good concept.
It's nice. It's a fun. Honestly, it's a very. Everyone does it, but What is making more interesting is me and my wife both have different taste buds. So every time all the videos we've put out, she'll give a different rating and I'll give a different rating. I would give her 10 and she would give like 4 on 10. So that makes the whole thing interesting
because everything cannot be tasty, whatever goes out on
exactly.
the social media.
Because it was a trial, like we did it. The first video did very well. Second did even better. The third did even better than the both of them. Then we're like, you know what? Let's start this as a series. Like I filmed 3 more, which is not out yet. I'll be posting 1 tomorrow. So it's going good.
So you just said that you're 24. How is it like getting married early? Because people these days get married at like 28, 30, 31. So like, were you prepared, and how is the life now after marriage?
So I was not prepared like back then. So I know my wife.
You've been dating,
for the long time. I know her for the longest time. But then I was not ready that now I would be getting married because obviously like I need to work on myself. I was in a phase where I didn't know what I was going to do.
People run away from marriage at this age. Honestly, even I did that. Because I didn't want to get married, I got another degree. I'm like, I was studying, my parents were not going to force me.
So we were in long distance. Like she was in India, like she was around 2 to 3 years where she was in. So people think we dated for long. I know her for long. We didn't date for long because we studied together. So I know her for like 6 years.
In Russell Khaimah.
But we never dated in uni. We never dated in uni. Only when we graduated, that's when it all happened. So we dated for like 2.5 years, something like that. And the whole 2.5 years, she was in India. It was complete long distance. Because obviously, our parents knew. We didn't immediately, when we decided we were going to date and everything, first thing we did was talk to our parents about it. They took her to, not really. That's another whole episode. But it all happened for good.
The love story drama.
So I was still not ready for the wedding until like a year before. Like, you know what? I'm ready for, like, I wanted that confidence in me. I know I'm young, I know there's so much to see, but I was like, you know what, I'm ready for it. Because when I got married, I was 23.
Yeah. But Rafeez, you're never ready for marriage. Trust me.
That is true.
Like something you're never ready for marriage. If there is someone who is unmarried at 30, 31, that person is still not ready for marriage.
Like after I got married, there were a lot of things, when we explore each other in a whole different way, which we had no idea about. That's when you think, oh, you should have gotten married a little later. But it's fine. It happens.
It's the fun journey of growing
It is definitely
up together.
Fun. True.
And you get to learn. You develop same tastes and feelings and everything and habits.
True.
So at a younger age, I personally, this is very subjective and it's a personal opinion, but I appreciate people getting married.
No, definitely. After I got married is when I realized.
Same for me. I got married when I was 26.
It's fun and it's beautiful. You're growing up together. You're same age. You're young. There's so much to see. Different faces. It's lovely.
As long as you have the maturity to make decision about the right person, that if this person is going to fit for me and my life. But otherwise, when I got married when I was 26 and it was an arranged marriage. Okay. And I was really scared. He was the first guy I ever met. And my wedding, I just had like 20 people. It was not even in COVID.
Wait, you met him on the wedding day?
No, I did meet him during my engagement. So basically, I was here. He was in India. They flew just to see me. And then we liked each other. We got engaged. Okay. Then I went to India, for my annual vacation and all. And then we decided that, let's get married. So we got married. So second time I meet him is when I got married.
Wow.
But I knew for a fact, like there was something inside me which said, he's the guy.
True.
And for him, it was the same thing. But I realized later that I am happy getting married at that age because I'm developing with him.
True.
And which would have been different because at this age that I'm 31 right now, I have become much more stubborn with my thoughts. I was much more flexible when I was a little younger. So that makes a lot of difference, I feel.
Definitely, like that's what we're exploring, together, and it's a fun journey. It's an absolute fun journey. There's gonna be ups and downs.
Like kids are growing together.
There's gonna be ups and downs, 100%. But you have somebody to share, that with, so it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. Right? Yeah, marriage is fun. Yeah. So we were talking about creativity and everything. So as a creator, I have met a lot of creators in the past and everything. It takes a toll on your mental health journey. Like, not posting regularly, not getting content, or even, she started her page late and then she's growing more than what I did. How do you cope up with that? It's a very serious topic. Which
for sure.
I feel 95% of the creators go through.
True. So I got to hear that a lot since I told you, remember, right, when I grew fast in 3 months. So I heard a lot of people telling me, and that kind of affected me. I'm like, wait, is it actually, like, why are people not being supportive about it? Like who's this guy?
And Rafeez, just to interrupt, even your friend circle starts falling apart. Lot of people, okay? Like once you start growing, your friend circle just, because
True.
you become not so relatable to them. If they say, oh, let's hang out, I'll be like, oh, no, I have shoot. And then they'll be like, oh, what is happening with her? Like.
So initially, I have a good friend circle, like a big friend circle. When I was in this field, this was the issue. Like I was not able to meet some people.
Them.
But then I'm so glad, like all my friends are very understanding. They know, they see me. Like each and every friend of mine has been in one of my videos.
Yeah.
So they know what I do and they're super supportive. Like I'm so glad, I always preach about it. Like, my best friend who's with me, Table for One.
You've been talking about your friends.
Yeah, like I love my friends. Like I love my
sure.
friends because they build Table for One together. Like anytime, like anywhere I call them, they're there for me. So it that happened and this happened as well.
This is the benefit of growing old, like being born and brought up in UAE. Like all my friends are back in India. Yeah.
But so in terms of mental health, like obviously there was a phase for me. In my initial phases, I'm like, okay, it was going well, but then again, I'm like, I didn't know what to post and everything. I remember like taking a break for a week. I think I took a break once for a month because I don't know what to do, and I was getting into that typical thing. I'm like,
it starts eating you up.
Exactly. I'm
that
like,
thought, morning to wake up, what to do.
It was so bad. I remember this time. I used to, before sleeping, I used to check like 5 other people's profile. Oh, how many posts did he make? Oh, this guy did this. I wake up, do the same thing. Oh my God, they posted this. And that was affecting my mind. And
then you'll be like, this content is shit. Why is it growing?
Exactly.
And I am doing so much of efforts in the editing of the video.
The negative thoughts, because I tend to be very positive. Like I make sure that the surrounding I'm in is always positive. I'm that sort of a guy. So for me to bring in a lot of negative thoughts was very... It's really scary.
Easy.
Yeah, and there was no one to help me out. I don't know how to talk about it, who can relate to it. There was no one, right? So I had to go through this on my own. And now I can help out people when somebody who's who's coming up as a creator who faces issues like that. I can talk to them about it. I can help them out. This is how it is. This is how it works. That definitely happens in.
I feel that there's no. There's nothing to hide when it comes to creator and helping others, because people are going to follow. They are your best judge. They will follow you even if they like they like you. It's very simple.
And I think this happens to every level of a creator, not just a beginner. Even if you're the most successful creator, it's gonna happen to you. Like even if you upload videos every day or not,
creativity block
you get millions. Exactly. Like there will be this for sure.
Rafeez, because of AI, there are so many help out there.
True. For now, oh my God.
For now, you cannot have that.
Like
I mean, of course, you can have it because you want to show your personality out there. But if I just want to create content and not care about community and personality, AI.
I'm so proud that I've never used it even for a single video of mine, because I want to make sure that that's community building. Whatever video I'm gonna put, content I'm gonna share, it should be from me. Like like my thoughts, they should be my part should be there. I don't want to randomly take, even if I'm taking inspiration. That's what I do. Let's say in terms of creative block and everything. So let's say I take up this idea. I'm getting inspired by some other creator, but I'm not gonna copy it. I'm gonna put in my own thoughts, my creativity to it. That's how I come up with all these creative videos and everything. So I tend to make sure that how much ever I'm involved in it, I'm interested. Like the video is gonna do well. Like I don't want to just take out ideas from somebody, put it out. I thought of it. Should I hire someone just to give me ideas and
No, makes no sense. Then we lose the Rafeez out of Table for One.
So I want my identity to be there. So yeah, like even the one who's working with me now, I remember telling her like, be with me, like see how I'm filming, how I'm editing, because I don't want to give this is not a company. This is Table for One by Rafeez Ahmed.
Correct.
So even if I'm going to take some help from you, I don't want it to look like very obvious. People will be like, oh, this guy got some, because the style is different. The editing style is different. I don't want anyone to say that.
Now I didn't feel like I follow you.
Exactly. Nobody will ever feel that, because
I didn't know you have help till now.
Exactly, because I was very firm that if I'm going to take a help, I want to make sure that person knows what I'm doing, how I'm doing, like sit with me when I'm editing.
That is how brand is. Nike is not going to talk something else when somebody else is hired.
Exactly. So I was very firm about it, and I'm so glad. Like that's what whenever I talk to people, they're like, we had no idea it was edited by. I'm like, do you realize this whole video was edited by that person? I'm like, wait, really? That's what they don't. It replicates me, and I'm so glad, and that's very important to maintain the identity.
So, Rafeez, to conclude, what's on the table for one in the coming future? And what are your plans? And what
I'm
are your
looking to explore more on the travel side. That is something I'm
Yes,
really
budget
into
travel
it.
friendly.
Budget travel, like I want to focus on that. I don't want to show anything fancy. Like wherever I travel, I want to showcase something unique over there,
Yes.
making it easier. Like I want to be the visual guide. You don't have to go to
Yes.
any website. It should be like, let's go to Table for One's page. He's been to this country. Let's watch his
Do you
stories.
think starting a YouTube channel will help more with
I
travel
so I
vlogs and
actually have a
content?
YouTube channel, but again,
You don't post regularly, no?
I don't post it. I post, I cross share, like whatever reel I post.
That's
But
on shorts.
on a longer
But like a
format, no,
longer
I don't.
format.
Because I don't, it's very hard for me to do it by myself.
Oh.
I really want to, like I've always wanted, like, I have all the gears, like, because since I'm into tech,
You
I
have
have.
everything.
So,
yeah, I know.
yeah.
Every gear is what Rafeez
So,
has.
but I have everything, but I'm not still able to do it. It takes a lot of time, but I'm planning to I'm planning to visit a country next month. For that,
country do you want
it's
to go?
Turkey.
Okay.
So because I've been there thrice already,
Wow,
so
you're the perfect guide then.
more than Instagram and stuff, I thought since I know this place, let's film YouTube format videos.
You know, as a viewer, I feel that Instagram is there for travel content, but I would like to watch on a longer format as well. Maybe if you're not daily vlogging during your travel time, but at least like 2-3 vlogs for a longer travel period is like something I would really want to.
So that's gonna happen hopefully
Because in
the
the
next
reel,
month.
I don't see what struggle you're facing when you're
Exactly,
catching a bus
yeah.
in a
You just see
different country.
the fancy side of it, the happy side of it. You
Huh,
don't
I
know
want
what
to
is
see
actually
if the
happening.
food, if you're trying out, what's the struggle of you finding the food?
True,
what is the
true.
transport struggle that you are having right now in that particular
Same.
country?
I love it. I also love creating fully videos like that. So that's how I decided. I'm going to a place which I'm already familiar with, so I don't want to. And I went like 2 years ago. I put like 15 videos related to Turkey on my page. I'm like, there's nothing to post now. I'll do it for YouTube now.
Yes.
I just want to give it a try. This is the time
Good.
I'm gonna give it a try.
Yeah.
So hopefully.
I will always support. I know fun follower doesn't matter.
But that's like my longer plan, like getting more involved with travel.
For travel, YouTube, I mean, it's the thing.
True.
Do it. Thank you so much for coming, Rafeez. It's been a great talk, great insight. Good to know you so personally. A lot of things what I've learned from you. Yeah, all the best. for your
Thank you.
travel
Thank you so
plans.
much for having me. Like it was, like you said, it was very calm. The whole conversation was nice. We shared a lot of things. I loved it.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much, Rafeez. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I had great insight of learning how a creator's life is and the struggles are. And I hope just you had fun because it was really great knowing Rafeez. And I think I will surely call him for the season 2 as well. Bye.